What if I told you that most people don't stay broke because they don't earn enough? They stay broke because they never cross a single invisible milestone? Two people can earn the same $60,000 a year. One slowly builds a net worth that quietly explodes. The other works for decades and wonders where the money went. Here's the shocking part. The difference is rarely hustle, intelligence, or luck. It's timing. It's crossing specific compounding thresholds that permanently change how money behaves in your life. And once you cross them, wealth stops feeling hard. Today, I'm breaking down 5 milestones that don't just grow money. They change who you are, how you think, how you move, and how your future unfolds. Most people never even realize these milestones exist, which is exactly why they never reach them. Stay with me, because the 5th one is where money stops being something you chase and starts becoming something that chases you. If you're serious about building wealth and breaking free from money problems, hit that subscribe button. We've got powerful content lined up to fuel your journey. Milestone 1. The moment money stops controlling your emotions. Here's something almost no one talks about. Before money compounds in your bank account, it compounds in your nervous system. Think about the first time you checked your balance before ordering food, or delayed replying to a text because you knew it would cost money, or felt a spike of anxiety when rent day approached. That emotional reaction is expensive. Not because of the dollars, but because of the decisions it forces. Studies in behavioral economics show that financial stress reduces cognitive performance by the equivalent of losing 13 IQ points. That's the same mental impact as missing an entire night of sleep every day. This is why smart, capable people make terrible money decisions. They're not stupid. They're stressed. The first compounding milestone happens when you build a buffer, not an empire, not millions, not investments. Just enough distance between you and zero that panic disappears. For many people, that number is somewhere between $3,000 and $10,000. What changes is subtle but permanent. You stop rushing decisions. You stop saying yes out of fear. You stop buying relief disguised as convenience. Most people make the mistake of skipping this stage entirely. They try to invest aggressively while their emotions are still volatile. That's like building a skyscraper on sand. The wealthy don't eliminate fear, they outgrow it. Once money stops triggering stress, something strange happens. Your decision quality improves, and better decisions create more money, which reduces stress further. That loop compounds faster than interest ever could. And here's the open loop to keep in mind. Once emotional pressure disappears, money stops feeling urgent, and urgency is the biggest enemy of long-term wealth. Milestone 2. When your income detaches from your time. There's a moment in every wealthy person's life where they realize something uncomfortable. Working harder isn't the same as earning more. Most people stay trapped because every dollar they earn requires presence. No presence, no income. That model caps wealth, no matter how motivated you are. The second milestone appears the first time you earn money without being physically involved at the exact moment it's generated. This could be dividends, royalties, equity, digital products, ownership stakes, automated systems. The amount doesn't matter at first. It could be $25 a month. But psychologically, it's explosive because your brain rewires from "I get paid for effort" to "I get paid for structure." Most people sabotage themselves here by chasing scale too early. They want passive income to replace their job immediately. That impatience kills momentum. The people who win treat detached income like a signal, not a salary. It proves something critical. Money can arrive without exhaustion. Once that belief locks in, you start designing your life differently. You think in terms of leverage instead of labor. You choose skills that multiply instead of tasks that drain. There's also a cultural insight here most never notice. Societies that emphasize ownership over employment create more generational wealth, even when average incomes are lower. Ownership compounds across time, not hours. And here's the quiet shift that happens next. When income detaches from time, you stop selling your best hours to the highest bidder. You start protecting them. That protection is what allows the third milestone to emerge, and this one separates comfortable earners from actual wealth builders. Milestone 3. The day your money starts remembering the past. Most people think compound growth is about percentages. It's not. It's about memory. Before this milestone, money forgets. You earn it, spend it, repeat. After this milestone, money remembers every smart decision you made months or years ago. That moment usually arrives when your invested assets cross a threshold where growth becomes visible without effort. For many, this happens somewhere around $50,000 to $100,000 invested, depending on asset mix and consistency. Here's why this matters. Your motivation shifts from force to feedback. You no longer need hype to stay disciplined. The numbers speak for themselves. Most people fail here because they interrupt the process. They withdraw. They panic during volatility. They treat long-term capital like short-term cash. But the people who cross this milestone experience a strange calm during market drops. They've seen recovery before. Their money has history. Psychologically, this creates patience, and patience is rare. There's a lesser-known phenomenon called time-anchored confidence. Once your brain sees delayed rewards materialize, it becomes easier to wait again. That's why people who cross this milestone often accelerate rapidly afterward. Not because they're smarter, but because they trust time. Once money remembers your past, it starts influencing your future without your permission. Opportunities appear differently. Risk feels manageable. Long-term planning stops feeling hypothetical. That's when wealth stops being something you hope for and starts feeling inevitable. Which leads directly to the fourth milestone, the one that changes how people treat you. There's a quiet transition that almost no one talks about, but you can spot it instantly once you know what to look for. It's when someone stops trying to look successful and starts being positioned successfully. Before this milestone, money leaks through signaling, upgrades, status purchases, visible wins. After this milestone, money hides. The wealthiest people often spend less publicly than those trying to catch up. This isn't discipline, it's identity. When your net worth reaches a point where external validation no longer improves internal security, spending patterns change naturally. You stop buying proof, you start buying optionality. That could mean liquidity, mobility, time freedom, strategic relationships. Most people never reach this stage because they confuse admiration with advancement. Here's the paradox. The less you need to show, the more people trust your judgment. This is why capital tends to flow toward calm individuals. Investors, partners, and opportunities gravitate toward people who don't appear desperate. Once this milestone locks in, something powerful happens. Your environment improves without effort. You're invited into rooms where long-term conversations happen. You hear about deals early. You gain access instead of exposure. And that sets the stage for the final milestone, the one that turns wealth into a self-sustaining system. Milestone 5. When your future self starts funding your present. This is where everything flips. Up until now, you have been funding your future, saving, investing, delaying gratification. At this milestone, the future starts paying you back. This is the point where returns meaningfully supplement or exceed your effort-based income. Not lottery wealth, not overnight success, but steady, undeniable reinforcement. Your assets generate cash flow. Your skills attract high-leverage opportunities. Your reputation compounds faster than your resume ever did. Most people assume this stage requires extreme wealth. It doesn't. It requires alignment. Income streams, identity, environment, and time horizon start pulling in the same direction. You stop asking, how much does this cost? You start asking, does this move my system forward? Life gets quieter here, not easier, but clearer. The biggest mistake people make at this stage is complacency. They slow down mentally because survival is no longer urgent. The people who sustain wealth do the opposite. They protect systems. They stay curious. They think in decades. At this point, money becomes a tool, not a scoreboard. And the most valuable asset you own isn't your portfolio. It's your decision filter. Wealth isn't built by one massive breakthrough. It's built by crossing invisible thresholds that permanently change how money behaves in your life. First, money stops scaring you. Then it stops depending on you. Then it starts remembering you. Then it stops needing to impress anyone. And finally, it starts supporting you. In every video, I try to discuss and address the factors that surely improve the chances of your success. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. Now, if you really want to level up, don't miss this next video. Let's continue there.